Well, I was shocked to hear it on a from a number of perspectives. One, for me, it is around the standards that we apply to all individuals coming in. I remember during COVID that Jamaicans were actually kept on the high seas. They couldn't come in, because there were protocols that had to be cleared. The Haitians came and they were sent back to and who was again also the individual or individuals who authorized allowing them to come into the Jamaican space. There are also issues not just around immigration, but now also around national security.
Yes.
Because our airspace should be one of our more protected borders. And if it is that 218 individuals can leave India, stop, I gather, in Dubai or wherever, then land up in Jamaica with no clear papers, nothing in terms of being authorized to enter, and we just open the country and give it to them like that, they end up at a hotel which they had booked but had not paid for. Where are they now? How are we going to ensure that they are going to be leaving the country? And what are the implications for the future? First of all, we would have thought that the airport is one of the more secure borders, and so we have to look again at all of our points of entry to make sure that the protocols that have been established are well known and that they are adhered to, and that people understand that if these protocols are breached, that there are serious consequences. Once they're established, people know them. If they're breached, there need to be sanctions. And I think it is going to be the certainty of sanctions that is probably going to ensure that people are on the top of their game in terms of making sure that these protocols are not breached.
National security concerns raised as unauthorized plane lands in Jamaica with over 200 Indian and Uzbek nationals who landed aboard an unauthorized chartered flight to Jamaica from Germany were seen freely roaming around downtown Kingston over the weekend, sparking fears of a significant breach in national security protocols. On Friday, the chartered flight with 218 individuals, mostly Indians, arrived in Jamaica at Norman Manley International Airport, but the aircraft registered in Germany lacked the necessary approvals to land in Jamaica, including a passenger manifest. The charter failed to disclose that it was arriving in Jamaica to Jamaican authorities. The charter also had no arrangements to take the passengers back to their destination. Adding to the mystery, the flight had made a stopover in Dubai, where an Uzbek national was reportedly picked up. This individual, according to a TVJ news report, is of interest to US government officials. Despite the irregularities, airport authorities permitted the aircraft to land, allowing passengers to disembark. They were then granted permission to stay at the upscale Rock Hotel in downtown Kingston, under police guard. Authorities justified this decision by citing the lack of detention facilities at the airport and the absence of space in local remand centers. The passengers were booked to stay at the hotel in Jamaica but did not pay for the rooms, according to the report. However, concerns mounted over the weekend as many of the passengers were observed freely exploring the city, engaging in activities like shopping without proper supervision. There were reports that some may have left the hotel entirely. The chartered aircraft remains impounded on the airport tarmac. German embassy in Jamaica has intervened. The German embassy in Kingston is now involved in the matter as the crew members on board are German nationals. Reports indicate that crew members aboard the flight are disgruntled by the unexpected turn of events. Their initial plan was a brief stopover in Jamaica before continuing their journey. Security authorities are also now probing whether the incident was part of a possible human smuggling operation. Concerns are being raised about the strength of Jamaica's border security. Now, according to a news release from the Ministry of National Security on Monday, arrangements are in place to supervise the departure of the German-registered aircraft. The ministry noted that despite arriving on the island legally and having received the requisite approvals for operation from the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority, the passengers, who are reportedly Indians, were refused entry by immigration officials based on security concerns uncovered during their processing at the airport. The release noted that as a result and due to previous reservations made at a hotel in Kingston, the travelers and airline crew members were allowed to leave the airport on humanitarian grounds. They were reportedly escorted to the hotel by law enforcement and immigration personnel. The passengers remain accounted for and are currently at the Norman Manley International Airport as they await their departure, the release said. The charter company will reportedly stand the cost of the accommodation and return. The Ministry of National Security stated that local authorities routinely screen passengers' flights for security threats and possible breaches of law and/or regulations. In this instance, while the ministry was alerted to the operation of the flight based on what appeared to be anomalies and missing details from its initial permit application, the necessary supporting documents were later supplied to satisfy the requirements for obtaining a permit to operate in Jamaica. The charter company is solely responsible for their accommodation and return costs, not the government of Jamaica. Now, what do you guys think? A national security concern or just a misunderstanding? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.